friends, I know that it is January 15th. Yes, the middle of January, and I am finally getting around to sharing with you my December candle empties. Now, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm doing this, I don't want to say doing it differently, but I have 5 people living in a 1,700 square foot home, and so I was trying to figure out how can I do empties videos without having to hold on to product for an entire month? And so what I decided to do was, as I was using up candles, I would film a little bit of B-roll that's up close, can show you, how the product looked at the end of its life, and then I was able to go ahead and recycle the product. So as I am talking about the products, I actually don't have any of them right here in front of me, but I've taken down notes and I do have some B-roll in that, so I hope that you find that okay for this style of video. I personally love empties videos because I think that when you use a product up, you can give the best review of it. If you are just coming across my channel for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I like to talk about candles and a little bit of beauty here and there on my channel. So if that is something that you would like to stick around for, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave the video today. And let's go ahead and not waste any more time. So December, yes, pretty heavy on holiday, tree scents, warm, cozy. I've got quite a few scents here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and let you know all the candles I burned up, and then at the very end of the video you're going to want to stick around because I am going to tell you my top 3 candles of the month of December. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The first candle that I burned up is Crackling Fireside. Now this was a candle that I had originally picked up, I believe, through QVC. Was it available on, I don't think it was ever available on Homeworx.shop. I believe that I had purchased it twice. I think I had purchased it once in 2021. And then I liked it so much that I saw it become available maybe last spring, I want to say. It was on QVC in a duo, and I went ahead and picked it up. Now, I don't have the scent notes written down in front of me. That is on the B-roll, and so you can pay attention and see that there. If you tend to like fireside scents, I think that you would like this one. However, I would say that that scent to me had a little bit more like spice to it. It's not the incense that's in, what's my favorite one? The Winter Fireside. It's not as incense heavy or near as smoky as that. It's not as sweet as, say, By the Fireside, but there's more of kind of like a cinnamon note to that candle. I liked it. I feel like I enjoyed it more in 2021. In 2022, I thought, you know what? I'm not so sure that this one is really my vibe anymore. I did burn through both of them. The performance of those candles, now keep in mind, that was an August 2021 pour date. They performed very well for me. Strength and throw were both very strong. I would say the strength of that one was about an 8. Throw was about around a 7, so it was a good performer for me. So if that one is in your stash, and this would be a good time of year to go ahead and break it out, but if that one's in your stash, I would say burn that one up. The second candle, I actually burned up 2 of these. Well, I burned through one and then the other one I didn't. So let me tell you what it is. Winter White Woods from Bath & Body Works. Now you guys know that I had mentioned this one in it's one of my favorite Christmas scents. It's not I wouldn't say that it's your like traditional, it is a tree scent. It reminds me of a Christmas tree lot when I was a kid. I've enjoyed it the last few years. I think it's been out since maybe 2018, 2019. Don't quote me. I'm sure there's a lot of you who are much more familiar with Bath & Body Works history, but I loved that scent. Now, I did have one candle that I burned up completely. It burned flawlessly for me, burned all the way down. The second one, I made the mistake of trying to trim the wicks because there was quite a bit of carbon balling going on, and that was a mistake because right after I did that, my candle developed puny wick syndrome, and I had I would say about a third of the candle left to burn. So what I ended up doing with that, because I just couldn't stand the thought of like not getting the fragrance out of that candle, I did go ahead and stick it into my candle crock. I burned it in my kitchen, or not burned it, but I had it warming in my kitchen. And it was a beautiful complementary scent to a lot of the other Christmas holiday scents that I was trying to burn up. That is a year in, year out repurchase for me. Before I move on to my next candle, I do just want to let you guys know that I am batch filming today, hence the same outfit as some of my other videos. And my son just got home from school, so if you hear a little bit of background noise, that's just what's going on here. All right, the next candle that I would say I burned through most of it was Season's Greetings from Homeworx. Now, I did do I believe did I do an in-depth candle review on this? If I did any in-depth reviews on any of these, I will make sure that I have it linked up in the cards up above or in the description box down below. This one, oh man, you guys, the scent itself is absolutely glorious. I do hope that Harry and the team bring this scent back next year or next holiday season, because I really, really loved the scent. However, I picked up two of that particular scent at TJ Maxx back in early October, and it did have the dreaded June 9th, 2022 pour date on it. And the reason I say that it is dreaded, because every candle in my collection that I picked up that day with that pour date from TJ Maxx had abysmal performance for me. And I would say that Season's Greetings was the worst of them all. I could not smell it. It would not pool out for me. It was absolutely awful, which was a shame, because the scent itself, love it, love it. It is a beautiful, beautiful holiday tree note. Everything that I would think of like a classic Christmas scent. So, you know, if you're seeing any of those ones come on clearance at TJ Maxx, Marshalls here, you know, in the month, I wouldn't even say that they're worth the $8 that they might be charging, because it was just an abysmal performance. And when I'm talking abysmal, the scent maybe a 1. I could stand over it and smell it, and same with the throw. It was the most useless candle for me. Get a little bit better here. I burned up a 3-wick of sparkling cinnamon stick. This I do remember doing an in-depth review of. It did get a little bit sooty on me. I do find that those little, like that style of 3-wick candle does tend to get a little bit sooty on me. Maybe I needed to decrease the burn time on that. I did only burn them for 3 hours, but I did find that they needed a little bit more babysitting. However, for them only being a 3-wick, the performance was pretty good. I got pretty decent strength and throw on it. I would say enough to fill like a closed concept bedroom. I think those are great for in the bedroom. I did end up, that particular scent was not anything that's particularly unique to the market. It does remind me quite a bit of like Yankee Candle's Home Sweet Home. It's like in that realm. So if you like that scent, I think that you would like that one. I think those retail for about $25. They're not worth that, but if you can, I always got those candles for like under $10, then I think that they are good candles. But that one I did end up putting in my candle crock because I felt like it was a good mixer candle. It would go well with other scents. Sticking with those little 3-wick candles, By the Fireside is another one that I burned up. I did do a review on that one as well. I actually really enjoy that scent. It is probably one of my favorite fireside scents. I go between that one and Winter Fireside from Homeworx. Those are probably two of my favorite, like just cozy warmth fire type of notes. Winter Fireside is more heavy on the incense, whereas this one, there's a little bit of like a sweet note to it that I really, really enjoy. It blended beautifully with some tree notes, like some tree note heavy candles. Definitely, I actually still have another one of those that I am burning throughout the month of January, so you will probably see a repeat of this particular candle in my January empties. You did probably see that there was a little bit of scorching that went on. I think that was more my fault because when I lit it, my flame from the lighter kind of hit the side of the jar. So I think that that is probably more so my error when I was lighting it than it was really the fault of the candle when it was burning. A candle that, again, did not burn very well for me, and it is a shame because I will say that at least I could smell it, but the performance. Balsam White Birch. This is also a shame because I actually really enjoy this scent. It was not my first time trying it. I have had this one I want to say I had that candle either last holiday season or 2 years ago. Maybe I'd had both. Trying to remember, but I do know that I really, really, really enjoy that fragrance. And so I was so excited when I came across it at TJ Maxx. But again, that June 9th pour date, it was horrible. It would not pull out for me. I attempted to like maybe soak up a little bit of the wax and get it to, no, it didn't. And then it just developed puny wicks. It tunneled. It was awful. So shame on that one. Another Homeworx scent that did perform well for me, and this was a QVC purchase. I don't know, maybe was it during Christmas in July, or maybe it was even prior to that. I picked up a duo of Peppermint Snowdrop. Now this scent, to my nose, if you like Bath & Body Works Twisted Peppermint, spit it out. If you like Bath & Body Works Twisted Peppermint, I think you would really like this scent, because to my nose, the scents were very similar. There was like a sugariness to it, but not like crushed candy cane, because I've told you crushed candy cane is a little bit different scent. A little bit more vanilla note to that peppermint. That candle actually burned very well for me. The strength and throw was pretty good. 7 I would give for both of it. I enjoyed burning that one in my living room, and then I would pair it with like peppermint hot cocoa from Kringle in my bedroom. So then I would get or crushed candy cane from Bath & Body Works I would have going in the bathroom, and it just all kind of blended beautifully together. I actually did not burn through both of those this holiday season. I do have the other one that I went ahead and set aside. I didn't even start burning it. I set it aside for next holiday season. If you guys caught what haul was it? Was it a Christmas haul? I can't even remember. It was the most recent one I did with my husband. I did not know that he doesn't like peppermint scents. And so once I knew that, I was like, well, darn, I can't really burn them when he's home. So a lot of my peppermint burning was reserved for when he was at work during the day. I burned through a lot of Homeworx candles, you guys, because I had a lot of them in my stash. So I'm sorry if this seems pretty heavy on the Homeworx. I promise that there are other brands in here. Another candle that I burned up and absolutely loved, I actually burned through 2 of them in one season, which is almost unheard of, was Fireside Christmas Tree. Now this was a new release to the Homeworx lineup this year. It was, I believe, was it exclusively available on homeworx.shop? Did it show up on QVC? I'm not sure if it briefly showed up on QVC, but I do know that it was on the homeworx.shop website. It was one of the ones that I know a lot of people had wanted to pick up during that Black Friday sale, and then all, you know what, broke loose on that, and a lot of people ended up not being able to try it out. I do hope that Harry and the team bring that one back next holiday season. I did do a dedicated review. It burned very, very well for me. Both of them did. Both candles burned all the way down, no problems. Good strength and throw. I would say that one was about, again, around a 7 for strength and throw. Filled up my entire living room here, which is the largest home in my house. And quite frankly, this is the room that I genuinely want candles to fill up, because this is where, when I have people over, this is where they're hanging out. So really, really enjoyed that candle. I also gifted that one to a friend, and she really enjoys it. Another candle, Mistletoe Magic. Now this one, I liked it. I don't think it will be a repurchase for me. Now again, scent is very personal, and I know that for some people that is like their holy grail Christmas scent. To me, you know what, honestly, maybe I would repurchase it for it's more of like a November scent to me. For whatever reason, I don't really associate it with Christmas time. It's more like leading up to the holidays. I think it would be a good November transitional scent. It wasn't really necessarily tree heavy. I will give it this. It is a unique scent. It's not one that I have really smelled with any other retailers. And I do know that it is a fan favorite. So because of that, I do hope that Harry brings it back. I think that one might still be available on the Ulta website. I know that they're clearancing out a lot of the Homeworx candles that they currently have in stock that are part of fall and winter collections. And I think last time I checked, they were on sale for $15. So if that is a scent that interests you, or maybe you want to get a backup of it, I would definitely check there. Crushed Candy Cane from Bath & Body Works has pretty much always been a repeat purchase for me. I'm going to be honest with you guys though, I'm not sure I'm going to buy it again next year, which is funny because I did include that one in my top 5 Christmas candles video. But here's the reason why. After about the halfway point, it developed a very burned smell. I'm trying to distinguish exactly what it was. It wasn't necessarily like that kerosene scent, which I have gotten in past years iterations of that. It wasn't the kerosene scent, but it was just kind of like something was burning. And I don't burn my candles longer than 3 hours. So I was a little bit perplexed by that. That one did I end up putting that one in the candle crock? No, I don't think I did. I think I just kind of like suffered through until I was like, okay, I'm done with this candle. But you know, the first half of the performance was pretty good for me. Again, there is a dedicated review here on my channel if you would like to check that out for, you know, it's not in stock anymore. SAS, I think, is over or close to being over. Maybe if you find one in your stores, you can smell it, take a chance on it, but I don't think it's going to be a repurchase for me going forward, even though I do love the scent on cold. It's just more so what it turns into upon burn. And this one was new to me this year. And if you caught my top, what was it? Did I say my top 10, 12 candles of 2022? I can't even remember, you guys. It's just how this week has been going. This one skyrocketed into a place there, and this is Christmas from Kringle Candle. I loved this scent. Now, this was in the Three-wick 100% soy formula. I did do a review on this, and I did make a notation in the description box on this. The only thing that I had happen that went a little wonky with this one was that I did have one of the wicks detach at the very, I think it was on like the second to the last burn. So it was when the wax pool was getting pretty low. Now, I'm not sure if that was because I let that candle burn a little bit too long that day. The Kringle soy formula, the 100% soy formula, let me clarify, not the soy blend, but the 100% soy formula, I can typically get away with burning that candle for a greater length of time, like 5, 6, 7 hours, without it scorching or sooting or causing any problems, because that formula is just such a clean burning formula. But yeah, so I think maybe at that point I had let it been burning for about 5 hours, and I just noticed that one of the wicks did move over. Regardless, those painted jars were absolutely stunning. Kringle knocked it out of the park. Strength and throw on that was very, very good for me. Yeah, spoiler alert, I picked up a backup of that scent during the Kringle After Christmas sale. Another candle that I actually focused more on in the month of November, and then I put it away, and then I was like, oh, let's just go ahead and finish it up, was Chestnuts Roasting from Homeworx. Again, it was in like the old packaging of those Three-wick tumblers. I did pick that up at Marshall's, and that is a scent that actually I think is really good for like late fall. It's not quite so much of a Christmas scent to my nose as it is just a warm, cozy scent. Now, that particular candle was extremely strong, borderline cloying to me. It was one that would overpower. The throw on it was about a 9. I'm not kidding you. I could almost a 10, to be honest with you, which is surprising for such a small candle, but I could smell it in every room of the house. Again, because it was in Marshall's, and I feel like I picked that up maybe in August. I think that was a pour date from 2021, but it was a very strong candle for me. But by the time I was over it, I was just over with it and time to move out of my collection. I'm not sure if I'll pick it up again. I might. It's like one of those candles that I might get like one and done for the season, but I might pick that one up next fall if it is brought back. All right, another candle that I enjoyed was Cozy Cabin from, not Homeworx, Kringle. This is one of my favorite scents from Kringle Candle. It is a gorgeous scent to burn. Actually, I think anytime November through February. It has kind of, does it have maple listed in the notes? I'm trying to remember. It's a mix of, it almost smells like wet wood, but Cozy Cabin with a little bit of sweetness of maple in there. But if you're not heavy on maple scents, don't let that scare you off. It's an absolutely beautiful scent. Now, I will say that this 2-wick medium jar did perform better in my bedroom. It's not one that if I placed it out here in my living room, for example, the scent got lost. I couldn't really smell it that much, but if I placed it in my closed concept bedroom, in my master bedroom, I smelled it a lot better. Now, that being said, another spoiler alert, I'm giving away like what my Kringle haul is gonna be. I did pick up one of these in the Three-wick 100% soy, their new release. So I probably will not get around to burning that one this season because I do have another one of the 2-wick soy ones that I am still working through. But I went ahead and picked that one up as a backup, and I will probably start burning that one again, you know, maybe in 11 months from now. But I really, really enjoy that scent. All right, and then I also have Balsam and Firewood from Bath & Body Works. Now, this I was expecting to be a little bit heavier on the firewood note, and while I liked the candle, the sweetness of the balsam and the firewood was not exactly what I was looking for. It is a candle that I could see myself, again, picking up if it makes a return next year to Bath & Body Works. It's not one that I'm just like raving about and like, oh, I have to have that, but it was very good. The strength and throw was pretty good on it. Not as strong as some other Bath & Body Works candles that I've tried. I would say the throw was about a 6 on it, which is kind of unusual for me with a lot of Bath & Body Works because usually throw is never the problem with Bath & Body Works. It's usually other performance issues like wicks or yeah, that kind of issue. But it was pretty good for me. I also really, really loved the design on the jar. It was a beautiful scent, but not necessarily like my favorite of them all. The Perfect Christmas from Bath & Body Works was another one that I got rid of, or not got rid of, that I finished up. You know what's funny? That's another one that I was like, oh, year after year, I really love that scent. And for whatever reason, this year when I was burning it, I liked it at first, but then I found it to be kind of like, there's other candles that I like more. It's funny how our sense of smell evolves over time, but I almost found it a little bit cloying. I think it's that marshmallow and the pine, because it's not quite a gourmand, but it's not quite a tree scent. It's like somewhere in between. But the performance on it was very good. It was just more so my preference of like, I just want to be done with this one. So my top 3 scents of the month were, or well, my top 3 candles were, no surprise here, Bath & Body Works Winter White Woods, Kringle's Christmas. Oh, and this one's gonna be hard because I see 2 here. Okay, you guys know I love Cozy Cabin. It was in the thing. However, that particular candle was not the strongest performing. So the stronger performer and winner would be Fireside Christmas Tree because I did burn through 2 of those. I couldn't stop myself. It was amazing. So let me know in the comment box down below, do you like this style of how I do empties videos, or just give a thumbs up on the video. That lets me know that you like this. Do you like seeing candle empties? Are you like me? Do you like to know like, hey, how did it burn all the way through? Because a lot of the times when I do a dedicated review on a candle, I'm typically at the halfway point. Sometimes I'm not even there with a formula, say like Kringle's soy formula, because it burns slower. Just let me know, do you guys like empties? Because I feel like I enjoy watching them, and so I tend to reproduce a lot of the content that I know that I enjoy. What did you burn up in the month of December? Was there a candle that you were just like, oh yes, this is a repeat year after year, this was a great one? Were there any that just were like, I'm never gonna purchase this one again? Because we'd all like to know that too. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get on with your Sunday here. I just want to say thank you so much for spending your time here with me today. I'm running out of words, but thank you for sticking around anyways. And I just hope that you guys have a very blessed day and a very blessed week ahead of you. Until my next one, guys, take care. Bye.